For my family, cuts to IHSS are personal. My son RJ has cerebral palsy with spastic quadriplegia and a seizure disorder, and he depends on services that allow him to live with dignity, receive the care he needs, and remain surrounded by the people who love him. Like so many individuals and families here today, my wife Christine and I know what it means to navigate a system that can already be overwhelming, complicated, and uncertain. That's why the proposed cuts to in-home supportive services are so alarming. These aren't just numbers in a budget. These are real people. These are children, seniors, veterans, and individuals with disabilities whose independence and quality of life depend on the services every single day. The governor's proposal would shift nearly $370 million in costs onto counties, creating uncertainty for those who rely on approved care hours. It would eliminate important protections that help people maintain services during transitions in Medi-Cal coverage, reinstate restrictive asset limits that could punish individuals for having even modest savings, and eliminate the backup provider system that many families depend on when a caregiver is unavailable. For many Californians, these aren't minor changes. It's a matter between life and death.
I am here today with my allies and colleagues to reiterate that we must protect in-home support services, also known as IHSS, a vital lifeline for people with disabilities. IHSS provides services to help disabled people stay in our homes and communities instead of being in facilities or institutions. IHSS is not only preferred by disabled people and our families, but is way less expensive than alternatives. The Assembly, Senate, and Governor must prioritize the wants and needs of disabled people in California. Lives depend on it. The proposed cuts in the governor's May revise, eliminating the IHSS backup provider program, shifting more IHSS costs to counties, limiting the use of IHSS residual programs, and the asset limit going to $2,000 for individuals and $3,000 for couples is dangerous and scary. Budgets indicate priorities. California must prioritize disabled people and our families as our rights and services are constantly under attack. DRC and disabled people reject these proposed cuts that will needlessly harm people with disabilities, families, and caregivers.
The governor's draconian $2,000 asset limit proposal singles out older adults and people with disabilities. This is dangerous, discriminatory, and divorced from people's ability to pay for essential care. If enacted, tens of thousands of Californians will lose care, leading to worsening health, increased homelessness and institutionalization, and needless deaths. Without health care, I will die, and that death would be counted as a budget savings. That is cruel. The governor's proposals go beyond balancing the budget on the backs of older adults and people with disabilities. This is balancing the budget by digging our graves. I urge the legislature to save lives by rejecting all of these proposals.